Jai Gurudev, in many parts of the world, particularly in India, stray dogs and other animals often become victims of neglect, accidents, and sometimes even pose challenges to public safety. How can Art of Living help in addressing this issue, especially through creating safe spaces like Vantara, where both animals and humans coexist peacefully? Jay Gurudev, yes, this is a crucial question and it reflects the need for compassionate action towards all living beings. At Art of Living, our founder, His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, always emphasizes that life is sacred, whether it's a human being or an animal. The idea of creating spaces like Vantara comes from the deep rooted Vedic philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. A space like Vantara would not only provide a shelter for stray dogs and other species, but also create a harmonious environment where humans and animals coexist peacefully. This begins with shifting the consciousness of society. How does Art of Living envision creating such spaces? Could you explain the concept of Vantara further? Yes, Vantara would be a sanctuary that combines the principles of care, compassion, and consciousness rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern practices. It would be a space where stray animals are not only sheltered and cared for, but where humans can come to learn about compassion, responsibility, and harmony with nature. Imagine a space where stray dogs, birds, cows, and other animals are looked after with the love and respect they deserve. But this is not just a physical shelter, it's a space of spiritual alignment where people can engage in selfless service or seva for the welfare of animals. This leads to a deeper understanding of interconnectedness, which is central to the teachings of the Vedic Dharma. The Vedic tradition sees every living being as an embodiment of the divine. In the Yajurveda, there is a beautiful mantra, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, which means may all beings be happy. This includes not only humans but also animals, plants, and all living creatures. The creation of a space like Vantara reflects this universal Vedic principle. By fostering such a space, we honor the ancient wisdom that teaches us to care for all creatures, but to reach this level of societal consciousness, we need a collective shift, which is why practices like yoga, meditation, pranayama, sudarshan kriya, and sadhana are essential. It seems that this vision starts with changing the mindset of people. How can these spiritual practices help in cultivating the care and compassion necessary to create a space like Vantara? Absolutely, the foundation for any compassionate action begins with an individual's inner transformation. Our current education system, although effective in producing skilled professionals, often overlooks emotional and spiritual intelligence. The Art of Living offers holistic programs where practices like yoga, pranayama, meditation, and Sudarshan Kriya help individuals connect with their inner peace and expand their sense of responsibility towards society and nature. Yoga is not just about physical postures, it is a way of life that brings balance to both mind and body. When people practice yoga and pranayama, they develop a calmer, more centered mind, which leads to better empathy and understanding. Sudarshan Kriya, in particular, is a powerful tool that releases deep seated stress and anxiety, making people more mindful and compassionate in their actions. When individuals feel connected to themselves, they start feeling connected to others, including animals. This mindset of abundance and care naturally translates into action, whether it's adopting a stray dog, volunteering at an animal shelter, or participating in the creation of spaces like Vantara. You mentioned Sudarshan Kriya as a key practice. How can it specifically help in creating a mindset of care and safety for animals? Sudarshan Kriya is a rhythmic breathing technique that aligns the body, mind, and emotions. It purifies the nervous system, bringing a sense of clarity and peace. When we are at peace with ourselves, we are more likely to act with compassion towards others. This is the first step in creating a more caring society where animals and humans can live in harmony. When large groups of people practice Sudarshan Kriya regularly, the collective energy of the space shift towards a more peaceful and loving vibration. This is crucial for the success of initiatives like Vantara. Imagine a community where people come together every day, practice yoga, meditate, and engage in seva for animals. The energy of such a space would not only be healing for the animals but also deeply transformative for the humans involved. This connection between inner well being and external action is also deeply rooted in Ayurveda, the ancient science of life. Ayurveda teaches us that health is about balance between our body, mind, and environment. When we are in balance, we naturally extend care and respect to all living beings. A sanctuary like Vantara would also incorporate Ayurvedic principles to ensure the health and well being of the animals. Just as Ayurveda provides healing for humans, it can also offer holistic care for animals using natural remedies, herbs, and treatments. Could you elaborate on the role of seva or selfless service and satsang spiritual gatherings in creating such a compassionate environment? Seva is at the heart of everything we do in the art of living. It is through selfless service that we expand our awareness beyond our individual needs and start considering the needs of others. In a place like Vantara, Seva would take many forms, feeding the animals, cleaning their spaces, and ensuring their well being. But more than the physical tasks, Seva is a spiritual practice that transforms a doer. It breaks the barriers of ego and brings joy to both the giver and the receiver. Satsang, on the other hand, helps to keep the spirit of compassion and connection alive. And people come together in a spiritual gathering, sing and reflect on higher wisdom. It creates a collective energy that uplifts everyone involved. In Vantara, we would envision regular satsangs that focus on the theme of caring for animals and nature. These gatherings would serve as a reminder of the sacredness of all life forms. Satsang also carries a vibrational power. The Vedic mantras, when chanted in a group, create positive energy that can heal both humans and animals. Animals are very sensitive to vibrations and they respond positively to mantras and peaceful environments. In fact, many animals have been known to calm down or heal faster when exposed to Vedic chanting and meditation. This would be an integral part of the Vantara experience. That's truly inspiring. What message would you like to the public who may want to contribute or get involved in such initiatives? The first step is to begin your own spiritual journey. Practice yoga, pranayama, sudarshan kriya, and meditation. As your awareness expands, you will naturally feel more connected to the world around you. Small actions like adopting a stray, volunteering at animal shelter, or even educating others about compassion can make a big difference. We also encourage people to get involved in the larger vision of creating spaces like Vantara, whether it's through donations, volunteering, or simply spreading the message of care and compassion. Every contribution counts. Remember, it's not just about helping animals, it's about creating a world where all beings, humans and animals, can coexist peacefully and thrive. Indeed, we must remember the words of the great sages, Dharmo Rakshati Rakshita. If you protect Dharma, it will protect you. By taking care of animals and other beings, we are protecting the balance of life, and in return, life takes care of us. This is the true essence of the Vedic way of life. Thank you both for sharing this beautiful vision. It's clear that creating spaces like Vantara isn't just about building physical shelters, it's about fostering a deeper connection and consciousness in society. Jai Gurudev. Thank you for this inspiring vision. Now, let's delve into the practical side of this issue. How can the problem of stray dogs specifically be addressed using the principles and initiatives of the art of living and Vedic Dharma Sansthan? Could you share some practical steps that can be taken to create a real lasting solution? Yes, Jai Gurudev. While creating spaces like Vantara is a long term solution, there are several practical and immediate steps that can be taken to address the issue of stray dogs rooted in compassion and community responsibility. To solve this problem, we need a multi pronged approach combining community education, government collaboration, and individual action. Firstly, public awareness and education campaigns are absolutely essential. One of the primary reasons why stray dogs are a problem is the lack of public understanding about how to deal with them humanely. We can organize public awareness campaigns to educate people on how to approach stray dogs safely and compassionately. Through yoga and meditation centers, workshops, and art of living events, we can spread message of empathy and responsibility. We can teach people that stray dogs, like all animals, deserve care and respect. By changing the mindset of people, we can reduce fear and hostility towards stray animals. From a practical standpoint, population control through sterilization is essential to reducing the number of stray dogs. We need to collaborate with local governments and animal welfare organizations to implement sterilization drives on a large scale. These drives should also include vaccination programs to prevent diseases like rabies, which is a major concern for public safety. Art of Living volunteers can take the lead in organizing these drives, partnering with veterinarians and other NGOs to ensure widespread coverage. Encouraging community adoption and fostering is another effective way to address the stray dog issue. Many strays are friendly and can be wonderful companions when given a chance. We can create platforms through Art of Living centers to connect stray dogs with the potential adopters. A simple system of registering stray dogs is in different neighborhoods, coupled with fostering programs, can give these animals a home. At the same time, fostering programs allow people to temporarily care for a dog until a permanent home is found. While adoption is a long term solution, in the short term, we need to create safe zones for strays. Much like the concept of Vantara, these safe zones could be animal shelters specifically designed for stray dogs where they are cared for, sterilized, and vaccinated. These shelters should offer a balanced approach, providing care for the animals while also ensuring they don't pose a threat to the public. Volunteers can be trained to care for these dogs, ensuring that they receive the love and attention they need. In many urban areas, people see stray dogs as a nuisance simply because they are hungry and searching for food. One practical solution is to start community based feeding programs. Designated feeding spots in neighborhoods can ensure that strays are fed without causing disruption. These feeding programs could be coordinated through art of living centers or other community groups and also help build a trust between humans and stray dogs. When stray dogs are well fed, they are less likely to become aggressive or dangerous. At the core of solving the stray dog problem is fostering a culture of seva. When people engage in selfless service, whether it's caring for stray animals or feeding them, their sense of compassion grows. We can encourage more people to see caring for stray dogs as an act of seva, organizing regular seva days dedicated to animal welfare, where people participate in feeding, cleaning, or even walking stray dogs, can help create a compassionate society. This aligns with the larger vision of creating a mindset of abundance and care. The government has a critical role to play in this issue, and collaboration is key. Art of Living can facilitate partnerships between local authorities, animal welfare organizations, and communities. We can propose more humane and effective policies to manage the stray dog population, such as increasing funding for sterilization programs and providing incentives for adoption. Additionally, through collaboration with the local administration, we can ensure that animal welfare laws are enforced, protecting stray dogs from harm and mistreatment. Art of Living's commitment to Ayurveda can also be extended to the care of stray animals. Just as humans benefit from natural remedies, stray dogs can also receive holistic care through Ayurvedic treatments. We can offer Ayurvedic treatments for common ailments faced by stray dogs, from skin diseases to joint pain. This approach to healthcare would align with the Vedic principle of harmony with nature and could also reduce veterinary costs, making it more accessible for shelters and individuals who care for strays. As mentioned earlier, animals are highly receptive to spiritual vibrations. Incorporating spiritual healing practices like chanting mantras or playing calming music can have a soothing effect on stray dogs, specifically those who are injured or anxious. In shelters or feeding zones, regular chanting of Vedic mantras or peaceful satsangs can create a calming environment for the animals, helping them feel safe and less stressed. The next generation plays a crucial role in how stray dogs are treated. By integrating animal welfare education into school programs, children can learn about the importance of compassion towards animals from a young age. We can introduce workshops in schools that focus on how to interact with stray animals, the importance of sterilization, and the need for humane treatment. Art of Living youth programs like Youth Leadership Training Program YLTP can also incorporate sessions on animal welfare, creating future leaders who are conscious and compassionate. These practical solutions align with the teachings of the Vedas. In Vedic society, animals were always treated with reverence. They were seen as integral to the natural ecosystem and often viewed as divine symbols. Today, we must revive this mindset. By promoting the idea that all life is sacred, we can shift the way people perceive stray animals. Vedic teachings emphasize ahimsa or non-violence towards all living beings. If we can inspire people to live by this principle, stray dogs will no longer be seen as a problem, but rather as beings in need of care and protection. You have outlined a comprehensive, compassionate, and practical plan. How do you see the community coming together to implement these solutions on a larger scale? Community involvement is the key to making these initiatives successful. This is why it's so important to start with individual transformation through yoga, meditation, and Sudarshan Kriya. As people become more conscious, they naturally take responsibility for their surroundings. We can organize community events focused on animal welfare, bring people together to discuss the solutions, and distribute responsibilities among volunteers. The goal is to create a ripple effect. Once a few people start acting, more will join in. Moreover, we need to create platforms, both physical and digital, where people can easily get involved. These platforms could be mobile apps or community hubs that allow people to report stray dogs in need of care, coordinate feeding schedules, or even organize sterilization drives. With today's technology, coordinating these efforts can become easier and more efficient. The involvement of the community is essential because it brings together diverse resources, time, effort, and knowledge. By uniting under the principles of Dharma and Seva, the community can become a force for positive change as more people engage in caring for stray dogs. The idea of Vantara, a compassionate space for animals and humans, will naturally spread, creating safer and more harmonious environment. This plan of action is both inspiring and actionable. It gives hope that a more compassionate and harmonious solution to the stray dog problem can be achieved. Thank you both for sharing your insights and practical steps, Jai Gurudev.